So, this is better news. Let's just say out a couple times. So, anyways, I was gonna say something. So the way you get a chat live on your YouTube video is you have a Twitter off to the side or something like that. You know, like a Twitter. If you have a Twitter off to the side, that's what I do. I wouldn't use YouTube just because I can't figure out how to push the buttons. So at that point, I'm like, why don't you go ahead and just put a Twitter instead or something off to the side. Probably, since it's spammy now, it's just going to keep being spammy. There's tomorrow there's going to be a new Silent Hill game called DLC. There's a mod you can get for Silent Hill. I don't know much about it. Fixes old problems. I don't know. Kind of polishes it. So they kind of, it's like a Silent Hill update. Anyways, the picture, you're standing next to the hot dog stand. It's the guy with the green jacket and the girl from that game. They're sitting talking to each other. Like, he's kind of like explaining to her a story. And she's like, they're both like kind of chilling. She's like propped up against the fence, but I can't tell. She's not really propped up on the fence. It's like a weird bug. So that must be one like this, and then the fence is over there. I don't even know what I'm doing. Here we go. Oh, these are all specific dudes. I don't want to do those. It's all like the same. It's not really what I have in mind. I'm just trying to get my bearings going. I don't know, this is kind of their articles. This one for a second. Yeah, I was just like thinking for like, yeah, it was, obviously I just rambled, so let's look at this. They don't sell 80s jackets anymore. They don't sell like 80s jackets anymore. I was looking at BassPro.com. Maybe, you know, like not an 80s jacket, but like, you know, just a jacket and just kind of like a generic windbreaker. Like, I don't know, like 80s colors or something, or like as close to 80s colors as possible. Now they're always kind of like hiker colors. That's as close as you can get. Yeah. I don't know, it's always kind of like there's little like threads, like the color teal. There's like little stitches of the color teal, like if you like look at it with your eyes crossed just right, it's like, and it's like they just really wanted those. They really wanted those 80s jackets taken down. They really didn't want those 80s jackets being sold. It's beyond me. Anything 80s. I just, like a cell phone. This thing should be like an 80s cell phone. Just like maybe like Skinner like to there. It's like kind of like heavy duty. Like probably like folds. Like one of those folding ones. It's about like that thick when it's folded or something. Just like, cause it's just like, this is just gets broken. Like why do phone? How come people don't want to take care of their phones? And they don't want to. I don't want to have a phone. They just got like scratches all over it. Scratches. And maybe like with cool plastic. I just have fun with it. I just mold like teal plastic, teal or green plastic, really. Or mixed plastics or anything. I like teal and stuff. I like anything. These ones are cool, but I drop them a lot. I wanted to get that fold-up phone, but it's really expensive. And my phone's always just getting tortured. I don't like it. You know, like the 80s phone, but it's like this technology. So all that plastic left over is basically just, maybe it's like it's like a case, and then you put the phone in it. And you fold it, and the screen doesn't see anything. What do you want? No, I want the phone to be. No, I don't want that phone. You guys fish? How many fish can you fish? It's fun to catch fish, but I don't know. It's like all. I mean, they'd be like all the fish. It's kind of hard to think about. It takes a lot. I mean, seriously, it takes some mental math. Like you have to be like, you have to take all the fish. You're like, oh, let's go fishing. That'd be all the fish. Yeah, it kind of took me a while. Like, And after a while, you can practice. You just like throw it out there and like don't catch anything. You can get good at not catching any of that. Oh, I gotta catch fish. It's like, he's got a picture of one of the hooks right here. What if it had magnets? Like it was like little safe cushions. It just kind of goes. Just kind of goes. And sometimes it kind of gets them. Well, then you're like, oh, fishy, fishy, and you go. It'd be kind of hard to pull off. Or it's just maybe it's like I got a last. It's got horsey last. Oh, boom. More fishing. You gotta get the thing to work. You just mess around with it forever. You never get it. It's not important. This has got like magnets on it or something. Or if the hooks had magnets and the fish catches it and like, I'm just being maybe you just get the fish like eat it. Like you just eat it and there's no hooks. I just like what if you like drew a picture of like fishes? What stories I could find, man. When you do pictures of fish, I don't know. Yeah, nope. You catch the fish and no articles. Let's just read. I'm gonna read some of this article. I don't know. Oh, this one might be a good one. I don't know. It's just telling you stuff about fishing. I don't want to like rub off their information. That'd be like different stuff now. It's just yeah, it doesn't say it's just fishing on the cover. I don't want to open it in the store. Teaches me. Don't listen. Remember what I was telling you? It doesn't do anything. Just read it in the store. So you can't. I did it. I fell for it. You can't mess around with that silly stuff. You're like, you don't want to read my stuff in the store. You don't want to read my stuff in the store before you buy it. Yeah, you kind of do. I'm just gonna go like this, you know what? Go like this, I'm gonna leave this one real quick. It's the same. I got another one. Let's see, I'm gonna flip through here a little bit. I'm gonna keep that. I'll put this over here or something. This one's got more pictures. I want one of like video games too a little bit more. Trying to stay away from like catching storylines so I don't like sap the media from everybody. Like what if they had like theater and people just kind of put where did the clothes go? Like where should the clothes go? There's like a set like it was like one of those sets where they just painted all like black, like a sound color in the background, like black or something. And that's the set every time. They're just kind of like, what should this outfit be? And they just kind of come together. And like, okay, so the guy comes in, He's got his rain. He's got his umbrella. So it's raining out. Yeah, just look at the pictures for now, I think. Let's read the stuff later. Just keep, is that the same one? Yeah. What if they just made up news? All this darn news. And then they have a magazine like this. I want to show cover because I don't want to get ripped off. I mean by the company, the magazine company. It's just like a magazine like this. It's all this made up news. And you flip through it, and a guy like me just kind of like, a guy like me, or like you'll read it or something. You'll read that stuff anyways. I just need like a weird generic picture magazine or something. Probably like newspaper. I just went around, I looked for a newspaper and I couldn't get one. They took all the newspapers down. Here's some news. So they have been closing some of Hollywood stuff down from COVID. I couldn't figure it out. But Hollywood's been kind of closing down for COVID. You know. This is like soap operas. This is for the pictures. This is the best picture magazine I can get. Looking around. This is just from a convenience store. Sounds like they say COVID is going to be going on for like a really long time, like at least a year or something, 2 years. It's like COVID's permanent. COVID's permanent. COVID's permanent, I guess, from this, and it's like stuff will start opening up again or something, but it's gonna be like they're just gonna be permanent. It's not, according to this, I don't know. This is hard to tell what they're saying. It's like permanently, like the COVID virus is like a weird one, because it's like it keeps like mutating, and it doesn't go away. It's like it's like if the disease didn't die off after a while because it adapts, but it doesn't like mutate a lot. It's just that one virus still, and just like the same disease next year. It's like this is like cold season, right? It's like it's the same cold, but it's like a serious one. You can die. It's like the flu, but you can die. It's like you got the flu, the cold, and the COVID. And the COVID's the one you can die from. Even you got pneumonia they used to name like pneumonia, tuberculosis. It's all kind of like the flu or a cold or something, like different colds. So this is like another cold. So you got flu colds, you got pneumonia colds, tuberculosis colds. This is the COVID cold, and you can die from any of those colds. But this cold is a new, interesting one, because it's here. It's like it's gonna keep. It just keeps going. It's like the Energizer Rabbit. It's like this is the cold still. Maybe but the stores are closing. They keep closing, right? So you say they got all the newspapers, right? So it's like diseases or something. So like, you mean this is a cold that can never die, even if all the people with the disease died? No matter, do not worry about where the cold is coming from. What do we do? Get all these newspapers, take all these newspapers down, close up the place. So this is a cold, and this doesn't go away. It's like, we can kind of get you through the walls, but the cold hasn't figured out that one. The cold hasn't figured out how to get through the walls yet. And then you got the T virus. That's another cold. So it's cold, man. It means like a disease or something. Anyway, so the T virus is just a cold. Like SARS is a cold. Anthrax is a cold. Cancer is a cold, kind of. Right? Not quite cancer. It's not quite cancer though. Maybe it's a virus. They're all colds, right? So like, I guess if it's gonna be like, it's like shutting down everything. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, because I can't tell you anything without it being a conspiracy theory. But I imagine they'll have to like coordinate some of that stuff, like the newspaper. Mm-hmm. So those stores don't sell the newspaper anymore. So they don't sell the newspaper anymore, I guess, or something. So a new newspaper store, I guess. Barnes and Noble sells newspapers now. Not yet though. So Barnes and Noble is gonna sell it, and not the cold store. And like what other weird stuff, like you gotta stay in your house. It's just like when you leave the house, it's gonna be like you're in a space. I don't know. Like if you what other stuff got the cold? Like inanimate objects got the cold. Maybe the road's kind of gonna get a cold, so they just haven't done it yet though. But I guess the roads are gonna get a little sleepier or something. I think the roads are gonna get a little sleepier. Not to be a conspiracy theory. Well, does the grocery store get colds? Because that's like you put that in your mouth. So I guess it's like no, it's in the farm. It's like spacesuit. So no, this is the point of entry coming out of the farm is the utilitarian moment of impact. So yeah, they're just wrapping more cellophane around it. So just start wrapping cellophane around the food or something, probably. Like around the cereal boxes wrapped in cellophane. Might have some food wrapped in cellophane. Like kind of like. There might be some signs going up that say like this is like mask area. Some mask sign areas. You know. You might like sterilize, have some hazmat guys sterilize the road, like walking around like. There might be some hazmat suits, something like they're spraying the road or something. I guess they just want you to stay in your house, pretty much. I don't know what it would be like in New York City or something. What other weird stuff could they do to it? They could kind of close down the groceries. They might wind up closing down the grocery store. And it's like you gotta call in and pick up because they have those parking places now. You have to call in first to get your groceries. So they might change it to like you gotta call in and you park. I think that's just gonna happen. Cause like what do they have those signs where you call in, tell them all the groceries, you park, they bring it out to you, right? And then, because they don't want people in the grocery, all these buildings don't really need people on them to do it. I guess it's gonna be like you're kind of just in your house. More stay-at-home jobs probably after after like 2 years, it's gonna switch. It's gonna be like stay-at-home jobs mainly. A lot of like all the secretaries and stuff started being like sent home, like secretary ladies, kind of being sent home. You know, the library. What about the library? I don't know. I imagine they'll say they gotta keep their books, but they don't need people in the library. So the people who are in the building work there. They're just kind of like recategorizing stuff or something. I don't know. They booted me from my job. I haven't decided what I'm going to tell YouTube what my job was. It's gonna probably be like in the building though. They have like hazmat suits. Like the grocery store, it's all hazmat suit guys. So then they're like kind of redoing the grocery store, right? Like a new layout. I don't know what's going on with it. But what I'm seeing is they just redo everything like this isn't for shopping. And they like clear it out and just like it'd be like all boxes all around the walls. In the middle, like a couple piles, right? Or like maybe there's like 2 shelves over here on this side, and it's kind of like there's like in the pharmacy area. It's like the pharmacy area. It's like there's a shelf, and then it's the pharmacy. And it's kind of one building, and they're just scanning all kinds of stuff going. And then these guys walking around and they just take the stuff to the box and then they take those out and the door's like and they go out and they like take it to your delivery car or your car and then next thing it'll be a delivery car. It's delivery car stuff. So the groceries get delivered basically pretty soon. I don't know what to think of that. So I imagine it'd be something along the lines of my idea. Kid just listen to music all day long on their just gaming on a gaming computer all day. And like stuff comes and just like thanks mom, it's like snacks, just like I don't have time, I'm playing Call of Duty. Comes out and lights like I mean, that's what you'd figure. That's what you figured it would be like. I mean, first thing, step out your front door. First thing out, shot in the dark. First thing out the top of your head. You never leave your house, right? Be delivered. I don't know. All I can think of really is like a grocery store. The mall? What about the mall? I'd probably close the malls down. Probably gonna close the malls down. It would be like a VIP mall. It'd be like all the Abercrombie shoppers only. They're just all up there having pizza. I guess it's a political discussion. Is that they just want to close down? They just want to close down all the stores and the VIPs in the mall only. A VIP mall, probably. Sounds like they're gonna do a VIP mall. The mall's weird because like you don't really need to go there too. It's just kind of like who gets to go there because like it gets crowded. Sort of a little bit, sort of not, sort of a little bit though, but sort of not too though. Well, does church have coronavirus? Yes, church doesn't have coronavirus. Right. Okay. They'll probably start giving stay-at-home quizzes for school. Just as it goes on, as years go on, it's gonna be like more and more. You don't go to school anymore, but you still got lots of homework, probably. Yeah, I think that's the route they're going with it. So then they don't want people leaving their houses, so they're probably not for mowing the lawn even. So it's just gonna get all overgrown. There's like guys who go outside and cut stuff down once in a while. They want special VIPs or something, like some little VIPs or something. I don't know. There's like these VIP guys, or there's like security guys or something that go around outside in hazmat suits, and they'll like cut branches if they're causing a problem. It's like all overgrown grass, probably. I just pause there because it's kind of cool. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. It'd be like people gotta eat the restaurant. People are gonna be like, nah, eating fucking McDonald's. So go. Okay. We'll hear you out, but here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do, or whatever. It's gonna be like a mass-produced burger shop. Like the burgers are from the grocery store. It's kind of like a big open area. It's like a tables, lots of tables. You know, like kind of like a all-you-can-eat buffet or something. And then like they bring in groups like this team A, bring them in from school. Team A from school, bring them in. They all sit in there. They put the burgers down. They use some McDonald's ingredients. There's like barriers, sound barriers and stuff. Probably. I don't know. Maybe certain areas aren't so bad, but like that, like breathing barrier walls or something. I don't know. And then like everyone has to be very quiet, and they're just eating and stuff. Like they get on the bus, they take them, they're just on the bus. It's like this is the entry point of entry where the disease did not make contact. I don't know. It's on a school bus. Ugh. Germs. Ugh. And do the adults too. And they're gonna go, I see what's going on. Quarantine zone A, B, C, D, etc. Right? How's it look? Quarantine A seems really quiet and sneaky. Very quiet. Not sneaky. D&E, pretty quiet, pretty chill. C went out of their house a couple times. They're like Ross. Maybe we could take some blue people and kind of popularity endorphins them, like allow them to make socialized social links and such, friendly social links, and then let's take some of the Doctor Who fans, kind of like germs, and kind of call up everybody like, do you want to see your friend Bob Schmob? Like, whatever. And they say, how are we going to travel them to the house? And then they put them in the backyard on the deck, and they're just back there eating burgers. And they're like, what? We're going to check up on you. Conspiracy theory. What are you guys, conspiracy? What are you guys doing? Like, just eating burgers. Not sharing germs though, right? Okay. Maybe like I'm just a little transportation man or something. You guys like, I can't take anymore. I need drones to deliver the pizza. That's as far as I can calculate. I don't know. I don't want to make a conspiracy theory or whatever, but as far as I can do it, as far as I can. I can't tell. This is the conspiracy theory called I can't tell. Just, don't you get that? It's like, oh, what's going on? It's like, if you don't get that, you don't have the head problem. That's all I'm going to say. What if they have like a RC scuba, RC, like submarine RC, and they did it in the ocean? You know, it's just like, they do that. Yeah, but like, I don't know. What do you think? Okay, that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like, but give this one some more. What do you guys think about airsoft? You think airsoft would be good news for this channel? What if there was like a guy, like they took one of the friends at the house stayed and made cell phone calls to direct all the airsoft players, and they had their laptop out, or they're in the car in the back, and just have like an IQ, HQ, IQ, IQ, HQ, HQ, oh, what's IQ? IQ, HQ, intelligence question or something? What? That doesn't make sense. HQ, IQ in the car or something. They make like phone calls on the laptop or whatever, and they coordinate all the players on the field and stuff. Just it was like 2 HQ IQs. It was like kind of a group of them for each one. COVID and airsoft, what do we think about it? You got the mask on. Shot in the dark, you got the mask on. So airsoft's got a good track record with COVID. So airsoft's going to be a little more functional with this COVID. So, like it as you may, you don't like conspiracy jibber jabber. Airsoft is not going to have as many problems as what I'm thinking. Mask. That's all I'm going to say. Mask. So they're going to go, the laptop guy, you know. What are our options? We got airsoft. We got They can play video games with each other. They don't have airsoft. Airsoft releases a lot of endorphins. Like sports or something. Sports is like breathing stuff. You need a mask, and the mask fogs. Airsoft too, but it's a little less or something. I don't know. They do RC cars, like in their cars. Each guy's in your car. I bet they'll do that. Each guy's in an individual car. It's not my point. And they'll be like, the point is to go like, they'll probably have like a field, like the burgers. It's like point of entry, no germs. And they're like, okay, now in this quarantine zone, play germs. And what's going on is they're like, quarantine zone. Those are the germed ones. So like germs, like maybe what if germs are like crazy, starting from the coronavirus for some reason. I'm just gonna go on coronavirus for a while. They don't have a problem with Corona beer. I thought it was like the beer comes from Mexico or someone's got a bug in it. So Alan didn't do anything, so that's cool. That's a good one. I thought it was like there's this urban legend, like there's this guy, Corona's got a bug in it from Mexico. But didn't, so that's cool. Because then they take all the beers off the market or something. It's like, it's got a bug in it. It's got a bug. Woo, ooh, tipsy, it's got a bug. Ha ha. I don't know. Wouldn't they have to have like a big community center or something for place? Or just like in a community center already, so I guess it's not a conspiracy theory, but a coronavirus is going to be going on for a while. So, I guess you just gotta use lots of hand sanitizer. They still have updates for the PlayStation 4. Interstellar objects, aka asteroids, kind of visit our atmosphere. Like, that's what it just said. Hey guys, see you later. They like this, right? And they go away. But it's like, isn't it like they come into the land? So, hey guys, I guess I'll take a leave now. Armageddon is like how the music goes. Or show if there's music. I don't know the music. Hey guys, well, looks like that's the main antagonist. We don't want to mess with the main antagonist. Well, I guess you guys that makes sense. I understand. We're just gonna take a leave. See you later. Yes. Whoa! The audience, the guy is like watching him get on the spaceship. Whoa! There's like one dude. Whoa! Like, and don't they play like Godsmack at the end or something? He's free as a bird now. He's free as a bird now. It's like, yeah. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to barge in. I just take a break or whatever. Let me know if you want me to come back. It's like, you just call me on the cell phone if you want the asteroid to come back. Can I just have a special cell phone? You're like, I don't want to go to school today. This school? They're like, hey guys, don't go to school today, because why? Because I'm going to call an asteroid in. Kid Icarus sequel coming. It would be difficult if they were going to do it. It would be. You said it would. I don't know what's going on with this one. He's gonna be like this, right? And it goes like this and stuff, right? And it's like kind of like he's like slaloms on his feet, like he's like you know, it's like does all that stuff, and it's like he goes around the guy. Next guy is gonna be like all that stuff. He's got a bow and arrow. Is the guy with the bow and arrow, and then he goes. It's like a little latch-on shooter, latch-on shooter. Call them latch-on shooters. You know, it's like the arcade game with the gun. You know the gun arcade game. The guy moves around automatically, but you press a button here and he like he skurs, and then one here and he like skurs, and press move on and like move. We get like Tron or something like the motorcycle Tron game, Tron arcade. Yeah, what do you think about speedboats? You know anything about speedboats? I feel like a kid stays at his house for his whole life. He never really worked or went to school or anything because they just didn't need them. And just be like a chunk out demographic of people they just didn't need. And just after a while, it's like, you just kind of ask the parents if he can get a speedboat. He just keeps it in the garage. And then when he moves out of his house, his friend moves in. And the friend gets the speedboat because nobody really cares. What's he do? He just goes out there. Sometimes he's just sitting with his fat belly in the sun, just laying there like a doggo. He's eating pizza just like that. One time he goes out and just has pizza. Sometimes he fishes. He just goes out. He just like drives around, listens to the music, and lays around, and then goes into the pizza. Like a sluggo. Like a sluggo. And then they have like cool paint jobs, like different kids. I'm not going to talk about the paint jobs so much. But different kids have different paint jobs, and some are just like, they just really get glittery with their spray paint, and it's just like, it's like a Call of Duty little fishing Call of Duty speedboat. It's like all Call of Duty or something. a different video game or whatever. It's just got like sparkle flames going. It's like a kid going crazy with just this paint. But it's like custom speedboat, and it's just like it's kind of like people call him. It's like, what are you doing? It's like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Not doing anything. What do I want to do? I don't want to do anything. I don't do anything. I'm like permanently one of those guys that doesn't do anything. Just because not everybody needs to be doing stuff. They tell you anything about the factory. If if it would be like a thing like it's specific how you make. If it's specific how you make a car is the job, and it's not like movie making doesn't count. You know, there's like weird guys who are like the economy is down. Those weird guys, the economy is down. It is like making a car is like the job. Wow. It'd be like, you know how many cars would be produced? It'd be like there'd be cars on the lot that it'd be like they'd have to sit down and be like, okay, we're gonna take like 500 students, and each one of them is gonna do a single bolt, because basically there's too many bolts in the car for everybody to get a bolt, and the car would take forever. And like each one of these flipping students has built a car. Yes, the same flipping car. And if they didn't rust, you have jalopies from the ancient days. Still have jalopies from the ancient days laying around, collecting barnacles. Because it's so long ago. And then, like, I don't know, like, what other weird stuff, like, a guy can make his own car. He's just kind of go like, everybody go home and make yourself your own car, or some guys can pull it off, and it's like, just lay off, man, you know. It's kind of like, some kids just grow up, they never worked. When they're like 50 or something, they just come up with a cool, wacky job for them. Like, sorry, man, I don't got a good one, it's a wacky job for you. And you know you wear when you do that, kind of fashion school and everything, but they're just like getting everything produced really good. Like what a fisherman wears, like a baseball cap, some exercise clothes. They're just kind of like just generic Fisher Bob clothes, but from Dunham's. It's like exercise Fisher Bob clothes. And if it was like made by Fisher Bob's to make sports clothes, because that's the one that the machine makes really good, or some, I can't tell. And they're just kind of, what do you even do? What do you even do? It's like, just goes out on the lake on a boat and is like land like that, and then he eats the pizza. What if for airsoft they had like, I should talk about airsoft for a while. What about for airsoft they have like this thing they do, like they have like, it'd be like District 9 meets Half-Life 2. Like the guy who goes around with the clipboard kind of comes, and he's got like bodyguards around him. And he sits down with his clipboard, and they pull up, and they bring him up, the POWs or something, and they sit there and they're like, just talking like, bug it out, like some weird guy like from the movie, like, bug it out. I can make up weird stuff about that movie, like weird jokes about that movie. Like what if like if he's flipping out, this guy's tripping, and he's gone, he goes like, we need to know all your information, and they're like going crazy, and it's like some kind of like UN group or something. They're like asking, you cross-examine everything about them and stuff, and then they just take them to a designated district zone and release them or something, or like they decide what to do. Sometimes they like go like, you have you have, they bring up a football net. You have the 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 um the object. You have the object, and they go like, you have to utilitize the object to them. And he comes down and he's like, I have the T virus. He's got all this stupid foam stuff. He's like, and they gotta defeat him. And there's like these guys walking around balloons like, those are his targets. Like there's different groups of them, right? They're not always like UN Geneva Convention police or something. Some of them are just like, you got the T virus. Now weird guys, they want to give the guy his T virus or whatever. And then they take on the guy and they have foam batons, and they like pratfall, like maybe it's on YouTube a little bit. They like pratfall, they're like batoning him, they're like batoning him and like spray him with squirt guns, like, you did not listen to directions. And like kind of like going like, you do not protest the fall of the UN Geneva Convention, the police that landed on your planet. They're like, this is in concordance with the conditions. Like you got to learn to talk correctly. I don't know anything. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't know what the conspiracy theory is. I tell you, like they're waterboarding. It's how it is this. And like, he's got coronavirus. They throw water balloons. They just got like, they got bongers and they're bonging on, and they throw water balloons at them. They're like, they'll like place brutality on them or something. Space blood. There's like space bloods or something. I've seen some airsoft videos. I'd like to make a shout out to an airsoft video, but I don't know if I can. There's this airsoft game I've seen a couple times. They have like UN guys, like the UN uniform, like it's like a UN uniform. They like locked down an area and the army guys went through, and then they're like asking for like papers and stuff or something. But it's like these ones are like the bugging out ones. Like that was the cool ones, but these are like the bugging out ones or something. They just make up so much stupid airsoft stuff. But you wouldn't even be playing anything war really. We'd probably play like this is a vacuum cleaner. This thing's a vacuum cleaner. Airsoft gun's a vacuum cleaner. You're like, get the dust bunnies! I was just joking around. What if they had a vampire one? Like it was like they played a vampire game. It was like vampires versus Rammstein. This is the whole team is like Rammstein, the music video. Vampires versus right? Okay. Like what about like Satan's army versus Jesus's army, right? And Jesus is the boss of this one, and Satan's the boss of this one, or something like that. But they still have like military guys, sort of. What about like Napoleonic ages versus like British, or like the French is like all Napoleon, and the British is like the redcoats, and it's like There's a couple of them. It's not just the British and Napoleon. Then they've got the green ones. Why not? The green ones. They're from Ireland. It's just like the same thing, but it's like green. It's like there's like cosplay colors or something. Or like suits and stuff. It's kind of hard once you get coordinating it, you know. Suits and stuff versus like what about the police or what goes? No, like army is just whatever. So there's like suits, and then like just like airsofters or something. Suits versus airsofters. I always wanted to make this video, like a World War II movie. I didn't really want to. I always thought it was cool. And then like the Nazis or whatever, the Germans or the Nazis or whatever you want to call them, would be like suits, right? And the army guys would just be like green Salvation Army clothes to kind of tell the story. It's just like just green clothes, like, and then that like you know, you can make all the World War II guns and stuff like really cheesy, like wacky as beans out of like pop cans and stuff. For example, like a potato smasher grenade, like a pop can, and then like I don't know what you do for the stick, like a pop can, and like I don't know, like maybe you kind of get like wooden sticks or something, like a stick from outside in a pop can, like paint it green. It's like what is this? And then just take some string and take the pop can thing and like tie it underneath. Or like a pop can, and then tie a string somehow, and then the little pop tap, and it's just hanging. Or like axe is like a grenade already, and then black and white. Black and white. That's the rest of it. So I guess it don't have to be green clothes for the army. The American team. Black and white. Hear me out. Okay, and the rifles is just like 2x4s, just cut in the shape, sort of, like horribly, in your garage, like kids' logic, and like maybe like varnish them or something, I don't know, or like kind of draw Sharpies because the black and white for the woods, or maybe, or just varnish it real quick, or like spray paint it even a little bit, and it's like all this stuff's like they're like, it's like Super 8 film. They're just like going like that and stuff, and then the guy goes like this. This is the guy in a suit. He goes like this with a map, and you're like, there's like different suit guys. They've all got suit guys. All their leaders are suit guys now, and they're just like talking and stuff. And the guy will just random things they wrote down for him to say. Just keep pulling up new ones, and just going like this and stuff. And then it's just like, and it's like. And it'd be like, it's like that really happened. It's like you just hit it right with that little, you can just hit it right with a Super 28 and stuff. No, why? Oh, I hurt my thumb. Okay. You just hit it just right. Oh, it's going crazy. It doesn't feel good. You just hit it just right, with the Super 28, and it'd be like, and then you just cut out between that, World War II accurate documentaries, and if they made like fake documentaries of World War II, they'd be throwing a little iron in the sky, and it'd be kind of like, what is going on? And like you just kind of find like if you had more of like a dirt area, I don't know what dirt areas, you just keep putting like sticks up, like just put sticks up along. Maybe that's a trench or something, and like it's like egads. They didn't do in World War II or something. And these people's history classes are so crummy. If my calculations are correct, it'd be like if they used sticks in World War II, like they were tank traps. But it's like maybe the guy kind of bumps into him, like they just stuck him in there. But like, wow. And like, what happened? And like, my bearings is a little screwed up also. I don't know, just like stuff like that. Like I'm just really good at like maybe like, how'd you do a dirigible? How would you do a dirigible? I don't know, but you take like a bunch of balloons or something and wrap like newspapers or something, like tape wrap. It goes, and they're like, just like it goes for shots. Like, there's just a dirigible. Now it's harder, but I can just like it's just toy level, like just like a little toy. I mean, there's a, I don't know. Or like cardboard cut out or something. It's not important. Just and then it's just like a couple cool effects. Like there's a dirigible on something. Nah. It's just there's the guys just running around like just newspaper levels, just doing a cheap costume and be like, yeah, but they got suits on. Historically, they didn't just wear suits. Yeah, but if they did wear suits, because it's like on the verge of it. Okay, wait a second. I mean, how would that go? But, okay, no, wait a second. These guys are all like, this is the movie when there were suits like that, right? Just like really quick in your head, maybe. Not even like, there's no newspaper guy who's going like, according to my calculations. They're just kind of like there's like no story writing really. Just throw out like newspaper logic, random things off the top of your head, no writing. Shot in the dark, first thing off the top of your head. What do you think? Kind of like. It looks like a toy. It looks like a toy balloons pile of balloons dirigible in real life too. So all that stuff looks like pop cans and stuff. You know, like I don't know. It's kind of like it. Not only it doesn't just lie to you about the history, like make some weird conspiracy weird thing up. It also kind of goes no, but there's like it's like if you look at it. And it's kind of like, well, for starters, these rifles, they just cut out wooden rifles really quick. That'd be like one of the rifles they have in real life, but they didn't use those ones. No, they'd have those rifles, so mix it up with the documentary. Bam, put it in order. Put it in order. So there it is. You can draw it on a stick figure paper. What do you think? Draw a comic book of it. What do you think? It just doesn't matter that the movie wasn't made. What do you think? Do they want to eat their rifles? Like beavers. It's like what are they doing? They're like made a giant Eiffel Tower, like a giant one out of all these Eiffel Towers. It's like going up. There's this giant balloon at the top, and it's a dirigible, and then the dirigible goes to another planet. See what I mean? It's like some guy took potato smasher grenades, and he tied them all together, and they all started doing it. A ball of them. A ball of tomato smashers tied together. What do you do with the balls? Tie them to a string. Passing them around like. Sorry, I can't help you. Unless the movie is mad. That's all I'm gonna say. You can't tell until you've seen the movie. I don't know. Let's talk about Canada. Or something. Read this right here. I can't read right now. I'm having a hard time. Okay, I'm going to do the rest of the cell phone and then we'll wrap this up. So I'm going to keep using this, you know what I mean? That's what it says. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to do my cell phone, wrap it up. It's like there's all these little gears of war. There's like the little police that come and like interrogate the guy. There's the armies. You put all the little buses, all the cars, all like if you did Legos, it made the stupidest war where it was like every vehicle's in this war. Every general thingy majiggy thing, whatever that thing's called. Every army guy, every boat dude. Like everyone, every UFO spaceship. It'd be like the stupidest war, but it'd be kind of like wonky. It needs some fun to mess around with for airsoft. And there's some like extra ones they only get with conspiracy theories. I got a project for you. Practice with your guitar. Go like this, standing up, and just kind of like leaning over. Like 3 times every day. Just kind of think about it and let it grow and evolve, and kind of like maybe like the guitar comes up and you're just kind of, or you just kind of like start out, change your clothes around, like your outfit's part of it and everything keeps growing. You gotta have like kind of a drink and some nuts with it. Just kind of like, and then go into your guitar practice. After a while, it's like this like thing you created. You don't have to do it exactly totally all those parts, just the parts that you're only the easy parts. Only the parts is like nothing to do. Take an acoustic guitar. If you play acoustic guitar, just kind of like take like a pop can and like duct tape it to like something so it's sideways. And like scotch tape some tin foil in front of it and like poke a couple holes. Just gonna go. You wanna look at this again? Check, check. Ring. Check, check. I see you have to do that like check, check. Ring. Ring. Check, check. And just kind of like think about it. Just kind of like, how do I feel about this? Doesn't do anything. It just kind of like little weird little practice runs. What if the newscaster took their camera like shaking around like that, like how I do, and they just kind of go to like a store and then just kind of walk around like, what do you think? And like that looks cool right there, doesn't it? Like, it's really deep right there. It's kind of live. Because when it's live, it's kind of it's gotta be more like, what do you think of all this stuff? You just kind of get the all the spokes of the wheel cleaned up of this machine of just randomly videotaping till it's like you got this thing like bagged, man. It's like the stupidest lines, perfect, the nicest, stupidest lines every time. The only thing of those cell phones with all the special cameras on them that are really good and everything, they go outside and they just do all the video camera. That's like a just camera, like it just gets the job done for like YouTube, and the whole cell phone is used as a camera, not a cell phone. And like the whole thing is like it's pretty much just used for like just use it for your YouTube video, and like just because I don't, because it's so weird to get videos onto YouTube.